Hello, everybody. Hello, hello. Nice to see you on here. Hello. I am popping in a video. Let me just refresh here so I can share it on over. Popping in a video here about knowing. This is a presentation I've done for years, many years, but I'm going to make it very now for you all. Oh, let me just see where I can share this. Hello, someone's on here. Send me the love and likes. Good morning, everybody. Good morning. I'm just going to share this to one more place, which is the Linda Morrison business page. So if you would like to share this on over to anyone that's really interested in catapulting in their businesses, please do so. So nice to see you all. It's bright and early, bushy-tailed here in Melbourne. It's probably your Saturday night in the northern hemisphere. So welcome on board. I have been thinking about this a lot. I actually coach to my VIP level and my clients all about mastery. All about mastery. So Socrates says the knowing is in the doing. What we have at the moment with all our devices and the Google and the internets and the interwebs and everything, there's a lot of people who say, I already know that, I know that. And I just wanted to say this to premise this entire talk is that the knowing intellectually and the doing in regard to having mastery around something are two completely different things. So when I'm teaching day after day after day, I get this all the time. I already know that. I'm like, well, I know that you intellectually understand what I'm talking about, but it's the application and the deep mastery that actually gives you the results that you're probably looking for. Okay, so let me tell you a story about this. And I've spoken about mastery forever. Since I was 18, we've spoken about mastery. We're talking about something that takes, excuse me, got a hair in my mouth, something that actually takes years and years to actually get right. So this morning, this is my Sunday morning. I'm coming into here on my Sunday morning and I'm actually talking about these concepts because I'm hugely passionate about them. So whoever's on here, can you give me the love and likes, please? Please share this stream because there's a lot of people on a lot of different levels that would love to actually get the outcome of what I'm actually going to talk about. So I'm not saying that they want to hear me talk. I'm not saying that they want to listen to me, but actually they're probably going to want to have the benefits and the results of the outcome of the teachings, okay, which is why I'm here. So years ago, I actually said, right, I choose to be the leader. I'm going to be a leader. I'm going to act like a leader. I want to actually produce these in-depth businesses. I want to actually take people to where they're wanting to go. I'm going to need to understand how to have mastery over what I'm teaching. Am I interested in half of it? No, I'm not interested in technology, but guess what? It's the way forward. I knew that 10 years ago, right? Wasn't good at it, didn't like it, wasn't that interested in it, but guess what? I absolutely knew I needed to take command of the mastery around it, not just I know that, but I am that. Then I can actually teach it because I'm the leader. Okay, monkey see, monkey do. Right, this is all about leadership. So Socrates says, the learning, thank you for the love and likes, everybody. Please share this stream. Please make sure that you actually subscribe so you actually get all these gems. But here's the thing, 100%, 110,000%, knowing and actually being and having mastery are two completely different things, especially at the moment. We can be well-read, we can have infotainment, where we're actually absorbing information, but we're not actually becoming an expert in and around it. but it doesn't change anything. Okay, so I'm really interested in the practitioners out there that actually want to truly become masters of what they're doing, because that's what I've committed to all of my life, right? And a lot of the stuff that I've gained mastery around, I'm really not that interested in, but it's the outcome, the results that I can actually drive by having that mastery. Okay, so every single day I can actually show up and I can teach you guys. So I'm spending my Sunday morning talking to you guys for no cost, because I've got mastery around this stuff. I absolutely know that I know what I'm talking about, and I'll actually tell you a little story about it all. Then I've got a client, and then I'm actually running a class, which is a repeat of a class that my clients should have already watched anyway. But I'm doing a new class because I've got commitment to them and commitment to their mastery. So they're going to get that in full, and they're actually going to have to get their notes at the ready, like their pen and paper at the ready. So that'll be fun today, right? So it's a pleasure. It's a pleasure to actually bring that to them. Send me the love and likes, guys. Make sure you share this stream. I'm going to talk a lot about this. So when people say to you, yeah, I know that, I already know that, do they really know? Are they really doing it? Okay? As Socrates says, the learning is in the doing, not the knowing. It's the doing, right? Every day, every day, every day, every day, every day, every day, every day. Okay? Absolutely. Thank you for the hell yeah, Ravina. Okay, so let me tell you a story about this. I am a complete and utter health geek. I'm completely interested in being the healthy young self. All of my grandparents lived into their 90s. I've been fit and healthy for years. I know lots about health, well-being, all the rest of it. And I read for 20 years that cryotherapy was a thing. It was amazing. It really catapulted you. But the thought of actually popping down to my local beach, which is about 800 meters away, and actually popping into the water seemed a little bit extreme for me and my health, right? But I read study after study after study after study telling me how good it was to do cryotherapy. Now, I'm not suggesting you are going to do this. What I'm saying is that it was incredible, the knowledge that I had about the possibility that this was going to be great for me. And I got to one winter and I was actually feeling flat, just like, here we go into winter. God, if I only knew what was to come in comparison to today, I would not have complained and been so dramatic about winter coming in Melbourne, right? So I decided every day for 3 months to hop into the water, the freezing cold water, and to do cryotherapy. Best thing I ever did, right? And the doing every day. So can you imagine going down to the beach? Melbourne is Melbourne. It's cold. It's not freezing cold, but the water's probably 1. Outside temperature, maybe 8 if you're lucky, especially in the morning when I went, it might have been 2. And I hopped into that water for 10 minutes and I stood there, moved around a bit, talked to whoever I could, the swimmers that do 3Ks, etc., etc. And I did that for 3 months. No one asked me to be there. I could have walked away at any time. I could have just said, I know it will work, but I hadn't actually stepped through it myself. But the benefits for this, they were incredible. And you can see it all over my social media. I actually documented the time. I stood there out there in my bikinis. I talked to everybody. It was quite fascinating for everybody that was never going to do it. But the point being is that I went those days, all of those days that I did that, I didn't need the heater on. I'd reset my hormones because let me just tell you a bit of background about cryotherapy is that you reset your hormones. If you've got a thyroid issue, and most women, like many women do, not to say what most women, but many women have a thyroid issue. So it resets your thyroid. I don't have a thyroid issue, but I was finding that I was starting to get a bit dull during winter. So I decided to actually add this because I couldn't change my diet that was going well. I couldn't add more exercises. I was always doing enough. I have work that I absolutely love, all the rest of it. Please send me the love and likes, guys. I can't see how many of you are actually on here, but I know there's loads. So please send me in the love. And so I started doing this for my own mental well-being, but also because I'd gotten to a stage where I was like, I can't read more about this and know more. I have to do it. I have to be it, which is mastery, right? So a lot of people come to me and they're like, thanks for your course. That was really great, but I didn't really... I didn't really add anything to my business or do anything with my business or change anything about my business. And it's like knowing and doing are two different things, right? And I know this from being a body coach from the time I was actually 17. That's like now, 32 years. It's no longer, like forever. It's like forever. And I'm like, you've got to do it. You can't just know it. I know how to lose weight, but I'm going to sit on the couch and eat donuts. I know how to build my business, but I'm so scared of technology. Well, at the moment, you better get good at technology or just lean into someone like me and I'll teach you. Just lean in. I've done it all. I can save you hundreds of thousands of hours, honestly. And then you still develop a business that you know what it is, because it's important to me that you gain some mastery. Mastery actually generates success. So don't be a dip your toe in kind of gal or guy. I say go all in and get the real results. Okay? So knowing, doing, and mastery are all very, very, very different. Does this make sense? Give me a hell yes if this makes sense. Let me just have a look at my notes here. Boring story about cryotherapy. Was that boring? Tonight, we actually start our $1 million mindset for manifestation. If you want to be on board, be very quick. Okay, I'm actually going to train a very small percentage of people about every day for, it says 3 days, but it's actually going to be more like 4 to 5. To what it takes to create $1 million business online. So if you want to be on board that, please let me know if you've not worked with me before. All right, so there you go. Socrates had it down. Yeah, that's about it. There was loads of other people. There's loads of other people that actually talk about that. When we're at university, when I was like 17, 18, we actually learnt about you need to actually do 10,000 hours of practice before you actually get good at something. Now, I'm not saying that to put you off, but you're doing 10,000 hours of something all of the time. So what are you doing 10,000 hours of? Right? So I challenge you. A lot of people are doing 10,000 hours of running a negative scroll through their head, or they're doing 10,000 hours of going around in circles, or they're doing 10,000 hours of, I don't know, learning how to be really good at cooking gravy, which is great. I'm not saying that's a bad thing, but what are you doing 10,000 hours of? And then, if you want to really create mastery, you get the results, you get paid, you get what you want. And we actually have some skin in the game. It's fun then. Anyway, I'm not saying that you're going to go down my beach or any cold ice bath anytime soon. But if you want to do that, hey, there's a huge amount of science that actually says it switches on a lot of stuff. And the point being is that I had read about it for 20 years. I had to go and try it myself. And when I tried it myself, I got my own results myself, and I got my own mastery around it myself. And I'm not saying that you need to do this, but actually everything's about going the next level. And most of us, especially at the moment, are encouraged to be less. So what are you being? You know, I'm here to be more. That's why I'm working on a Sunday. I'm here to be more, show more, inspire more, gravitate more, uplift more. And I'm very strong on about that leadership and what we lead and who we lead. And guess what? We have fun doing it, right? Because I get my words wrong sometimes, and I write funny things sometimes, and I tell you funny stories sometimes. We're going to have fun doing it. So if you are going to be self-employed, let's have fun doing it. All right, I've got some great knowing, doing, mastery. Ravina's all in, making lots of sense. Beautiful, beautiful. Lee's here. Helen, hello. Nice to see you. Look, technology. Yeah, 10 years ago I went, listen, it's actually, I need to access the ability to be able to communicate and help. I had to learn technology. That's what it was about. It was about my value system. It was still about my value system, but I got my head in the game and I made no excuses. So I'm going to do a whole session this morning in exactly less than 2 hours from now. And everyone has to have their notes at the ready because I've already actually done 15, 20 videos teaching this stuff. But we've got another one coming. All right, guys, I'm going to get off now because I know that you probably, if you're in Southern Hemisphere, you want to go out and exercise before our session. Otherwise, those people that actually want to get in touch and want to truly actually create an online business that works, make sure you get in touch. So drop me a PM. I've got a few hours, let me see, 12 hours exactly before we actually start our $1 Million Goddess $1 Million Mindset Summit, which actually starts this evening with our welcome. If you want to be on board that and actually understand what it feels like to be coached by me for 3 to 4 days, we keep that stream super simple but actually super efficient. There's a lot that people are missing. And I'm noticing this come through. So I'll just leave you there with that. If you go back through my page, there's heaps of other different opportunities that we've actually got coming up. I'm starting a podcast not that long away, and I look forward to actually looking after you there as well. I'm just trying to get my link right so I can actually send that to you as well. You can get on board. Otherwise, have a beautiful, beautiful rest of this great day. And I can't wait to help you. Much love. Bye.